Welcome back to another season of the Giles and the Goalie podcast Facebook Live recaps. Tonight, the Wild opened the season and fell to the Avalanche 4-1 after not one, but two empty net goals. Quick rundown of things. We can start with the positives, because why not? That has to start with Devin Dubnyk. He played great tonight. I don't believe those two goals were anything that he wanted back or were particularly soft, but that's just me. And aside from them, he played wonderfully. He got peppered for most of the game, especially the first two periods, and he looked pretty good. So you got to be pretty happy with that. That's kind of where the positives end. Zach Parise scoring the most Zach Parise goal of all time. That's obviously a good way to get off to a start in the game. And you saw some chances out of Eric Stahl. Matt Dumba had a couple of chances. There were very limited tidbits of good things. But on to the negatives. You don't want to overreact. It's just one game. I mean, I think that you try to analyze things a little bit. It is just one game, and so you can't get too caught up. You can't assume that this is the same old thing year after year after year, but it kind of feels that way. This team looks slow. They've been a slow team for a long time, and that's especially exacerbated by the Avalanche, because the Avalanche are one of the fastest teams in the NHL. So, even playing at sea level, the Avalanche are skating circles around the Minnesota Wild on a nightly basis. So, kind of is what it is. They didn't play the Avs strong last year. If you want to look for some another little shred of positivity, I don't think that they got played off the ice like they did against the Avalanche a couple of times last year. And, I mean, for all intents and purposes, it was a 2-1 game, without the two empty netters. So, little shreds of positivity, but for the most part, yeah, this is the same team we saw last season. And I don't think that that's anybody's secret or anything like that, and that's a good and a bad thing. I mean, it's kind of setting us up for that same inevitable disappointment, but I think that maybe things can change. If not, yeah, we're looking at another season. We're looking at another borderline playoff season, and not much has changed. It's very much status quo. This is the most status quo I think that a season has started. Last year there were some changes made. We didn't know what was going to happen. Year before that, Bruce Boudreau's first year, we didn't know what was going to happen. Year before, this is definitely the only season in recent memory where you expect the exact same thing again. And I think that's maybe what makes it different a little bit, is that the expectations are so flatlined at this point. So, other than that, I got nothing for you. It's one game, but it was a jarringly familiar one game. So, we'll see what this team does against Vegas. We might be seeing a completely different tune. Keep in mind, they were one of the only teams, I believe the only team, to beat Vegas every time they played them last year. And so they got that going for them. Also, Vegas is getting throttled tonight by the Flyers. So, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how they look on Saturday night. This team is very different at home and against certain teams. So, here's to hoping. Here's to hoping that there's something besides them just getting waxed by the Avalanche repeatedly. So, that'll be it for me tonight. Look forward to another episode this week. We're going to try some new things after that preview show that we did this past week, and should be a lot of fun. So, Thank you for downloading. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support, all the kind words about us finally coming back after the extra long layoff. So, thank you again, and we will talk to you later.